Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. We're going to talk today about paying yourself first and budgeting and why it is so vitally important. So without further ado, let's do this. All right, I'm back. Thank you so much first off to everybody that has been recently subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, I would really appreciate it if you like this content, and if you wouldn't mind throwing the thumbs up button, it always helps. So we're going to talk about paying yourself first. I think this is a very valuable lesson that people need to understand, and they need to get it inside of them, right? Because many people work for a paycheck, and then that paycheck goes, they sit down, they put it in the bank, and they start writing out their bills. And I learned this from Robert Kiyosaki, and ironically, in 2004, when I first got to meet him, he asked me to define pay yourself first. And when I answered him, he told me, we were in front of a group of people that, and actually we were in an auditorium with over 10,000 people. He said, honestly, I do not believe that anyone in this room could answer that question as good as you just did. And I'm going to give you a brief synopsis or just describe what I explained to him. I said, paying yourself first is understanding your value and what you are worth as a human being or an employee, right? And saying, look, I want to make this much per month. And the amount that I just stated is the amount that I want to keep, not the amount that I want to go to my bills. So I set that number. And when I get home, I write that out in the savings account immediately. That goes to me. It doesn't go to the bank. It doesn't go to the bank to pay the mortgage or to pay all this other stuff. It goes to me. It goes to my lifestyle and what I want to use it for, the money that I want to keep for myself and make it grow. And then out of the rest, I pay the bills. And I started that with my wife early on. We set up an amount that we wanted to save, that we wanted to keep as not only a nest egg, but an emergency account if something blindsided you, but also an amount that I wanted to be able to invest. Now, at first, that number started out small, I'll be honest with you, but it grew. And the way it grew was I wanted more money. And since I had a certain amount of bills, I went out and made more money. And one of the ways that I made money was I literally cleaned people's homes. Here I was making six figures in my career, and I wanted to make money to go and invest in the stock market, in my own small business, and I wanted to take that money and cause it to grow even more. Well, I needed more money, so I went out and took a second job, and on the weekends, I went and cleaned people's homes. Now, this would probably be the last thing you'd ever see a man in his early 30s going out and cleaning people's homes, but I was. I was out scrubbing floors, cleaning toilets. And I took that money, and each month, I would put it away and I would invest it. And over time, it grew larger and larger. The other thing I wanted to talk about was the importance of budgeting. And when I mean budgeting, actually having something written down. There's so many times that people tell me they're having problems with money, and I ask to see their monthly budget, a piece of paper that has all their bills written out, and none of them do. It's very important to literally have a piece of paper with all your monthly bills due. I mean, for nothing more than at the beginning of the month, being able to look at it and go, oh yeah, I better not spend this money because I need to go pay the cable bill or I need to pay this or that. The other thing it does, other than reminding you of who you owe money to, is it gives you a platform in which you go, whoa, wait a minute, I'm spending this much here? Why do I need this? Let's cut out the low-hanging fruit right now. Let's enjoy that money. Let's get rid of the Netflix subscription. Let's get rid of this extra cell phone bill that I've got that I don't even use the cell phone anymore. There's so many things that people can cut out, but until it's sitting in front of you as laid out really cleanly in one list, it's really hard for people to realize what they're spending money on. In this day and age of digital subscriptions, it's mind-blowing to me how many people have money going out at between $5 and $10 a month in all these different pockets that they literally lose track of. Shoot, a gym membership is probably the best example of some money that people spend and they're not even using it. So I think it's really important to write down all of your budget information to be able to look at it, not only to be able to cut out some of the fat, but be able to plan better. So I hope you guys got something from this. I wanted to keep the video short. I wanted to explain paying yourself first and budgeting. Hope I did a good job. I thank you so much for your time. With that being said, the Economic Ninja is out.